Hey guys, Moneyman300 back for some more Forza 5 here, and continuing on with our tracks in D class. Some more on Bathurst here. This time we got the Ferrari 250 Cali. I think I mentioned I was going to do this one, and I'm going to have to retract something I said about the Elan being my favorite car. One of my favorite cars. Well, it is one of my favorite cars in D class, but this is probably my favorite car. This Ferrari 250 Cali is cool. It sounds cool, and it's fun to drive. Did one lap on here. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can't lay this down in our second lap. That's really hard on this track, so hopefully I can just put something competitive on here, give you guys a little bit of an idea. This car's gonna be a little bit faster than the Elan, and a little bit trickier to handle, but not still too bad. So I think that this car has the capability of being faster than that Elan. The Elan maybe just a little bit more consistent. But anyway, let's. I'm gonna hit the A, and we're gonna resume this thing and see what we can do. And I think you can see I'm like right on top of it right now. I don't know if I'm going to start pulling away or not. Maybe. There it goes. So you can see it just faster. So the Cali's going to be a little faster. The Elan's probably going to handle a touch better. No! Screwed that up already. We're going to be like seconds behind that one now. So you get a little unwieldy there. We'll smack the wall again. Probably run a second lap here. Kind of hanging in there with him if I hadn't have dirtied the lap. And when I dirtied it, the way he slowed me down too. It's, although I'm faster, I don't know that I can make that up, and I kind of screwed that turn up too. I don't think I can make up this much ground. We'll see what I can do here. Yeah, just not going to quite be enough. And the top ends aren't that much different. 140 to like 145 for this one. I didn't hit that turn very well either. We'll do one more lap here. See if we can't make it a little closer. I mean, the car in front of me, or my own, as well, obviously that's my own. That's my Elan time. And it's in 206th place, so... but we're a solid couple seconds behind that. Bad first turn that time. See how much further I am. I'm barely going to... I'll catch and pass it, but... so we can drive the rest of the track. Just put something clean down at least. Again, I mean, I told you guys this last time. I suck at this track. Still kind of hanging in there. Turn, turn, turn. It will not turn. Oh my God. I was off the gas and everything. This thing's a little bit more of a beast to handle, like I mentioned. Whew. Not terrible in there, but a little slow. Way slow there again. Just came in too early, dove into that turn. Might have had a chance to get a little closer that time, but I probably lost 2 seconds in that last turn. That's what's hard about this track, is that you can just drive. I'm way behind, even behind where I was last time. You can just drive this track, and one turn costs you 2-3 seconds. Especially in a turn like that, coming into a big straightaway. That's like a key turn to set up. This car's a little heavier. At least it drives a little heavier. One more lap here. I just don't want to give up. I just want to... We set ourselves up decent here. Much better out of there. That'll set us up better here. Like I said, every turn on this track is so critical, and there's just seconds to be gained and lost on this track. I love and hate running this track both at the same time. Come on. No, you see, I just can't quite hang on to that turn the way I need to, and I lost a bunch of time again. Ooh, hang on. Well, hanging in there, but losing time left and right. Just try to run it clean here. Don't hit it. And I'm gonna hit that one. Oh my god, I saved it, but that was awful. And I hit that one. And I can lose 2 seconds again on that. God, I just can't run this track. It's just a frustrating track for me. See what we got here. See what it is. I'm gonna give you guys put out this tune because I know that this tune and this build is really good. I just suck at driving this track. See where we're at time-wise. Gonna be 2-3 seconds behind still. Yeah, we're still in that 234 range. There's easily 2-3 seconds left in there. But we're gonna go ahead and finish this out here, and we'll go take a look at our take a look at the tune on this, because yeah, I just need some more laps. It took me honestly a while to lay down that time that I got with that Elan. So, and that's really outside of the test drive and a couple, like 2 laps of rivals. That's all I've driven with this current tune on this car. So the tune is good. It feels good coming off of there. I just got to drive it better. There's probably 3 spots in that last lap where they were worth a second each, and it would have put me in front of that one. So all day this can drive up into the top 200 and even better than that. So I'm confident that this is a great build, and you guys can come out here and lap that up and see if you can't lay down something inside, you know, some good times with it. I always like it when people can go out there and use my tunes as their base and builds and then put down some good times. So you can see there was that 206 there, and we're gonna just continue on here. Again, I could lap that track all day and run some good laps, but nick the wall here and there. I mean, you guys know, if you've driven that track, what it's like to try to lay times down on that thing. So let's back out of here and let's go take a look at the tune. So let's go over here to our tune, and let's get over into our conversion, see if we have a conversion here at all. Do not. So I got nothing there. But let's take a look at our numbers. Okay, so here's our numbers here. 5, 4, 4, 3, 7, 5, 7, 4, and 4, 5. Pretty quick. You know, as you can see, 5, 4 speed, pretty good for D-Class. And here we go, 267 horsepower, 192 foot-pounds of torque, 2,300 pounds. Like I said, it's heavier, and it does drive a little bit heavier. 52% to the front, and big old 3 liters of displacement there. And the other relevant numbers here. All right, so no conversion in that one. So let's back out of there and take a look here. We're going to have our front and rear bumpers. It's like we always do, the Forza Aero. And I don't think I have a... I do have the Ferrari front bump. Is that a weight play? Just look cooler? I think it just looked cooler that way. Maybe that's what it was. Actually, it's less weight, and it was a free upgrade. So that's why I did that, but it does. I like it better without the chrome. Maybe you'll think differently, but let's go into here. We're going to have no tires on this. I can't really put any tires on there and keep it fast, which is what you need for that track. We are going to go width there and probably full width. Nope, medium width on this one. So it's another 2 PI to get to that full width there. We have, as you can see there, if you know the wheels, those are the what I call the heavy wheels we got on that bad boy. And let's take a look. I think are we stock on this? I believe we are. To get all the way up to, like, it's a big number. It looks like I could get some out of this one. To be honest, there's benefit to doing this. It is supposed to help with the handling. You know, technically you're putting more tire on the track by having wheels that are that way. We're gonna try this. I'm gonna actually, just for you guys, I think you're gonna want to do this. If you can do this on both, and you can put 19s here. I should have checked this. I don't know why I didn't. Yeah, you can. So you can get 19s on both. You're going to want that on here. So go ahead and do that. Just more contact patch when you have bigger wheels is the theory. It's kind of hard to tell a difference, but you should get some benefit out of that. So we're going to leave that there. And then move on. We're going to go over to our... we're not going to have a clutch. I don't believe... we do have a transmission. And it does take 4 PI to get that transmission. It must have been that bad that I wanted to take that, because 4 PI is pretty good. So this is one area where you could, and it may actually had a different gearbox in here. I don't remember. You can't see that. It doesn't. I wish it told you those things in here. You could play around with that though. You could go here, and then you can see I actually bought this one. I must have tried that, and it ended up here. On a track like Bathurst, sometimes that isn't as big a deal. You want to get close to topped out in that last gear on there, in that main straightaway, but not super big deal. So there's that there. We do have the, I believe that was a sport and a drive line. We got that. And that was a free weight play right there. And then we have our race differential. So coming off of that, let's head over to our platform and handling. Take a look here. We're gonna have the race brakes. We're gonna have race springs. We're going to have the race front and rear roll bars. And I don't believe I have any of this. Nope, I don't. There you go. Puts that thing on there, which actually makes it look kind of cool. Just on that one side. But look what it does with the PI. No thanks. So we don't do any of that. And the last thing we do, we don't have any weight reduction. You can see I did. What is that? Why does it have it's got like double stock weight? That's interesting. Huh. Anyway, does it change the look of the car at all? That's just weird. Anyway, no weight reduction. Does take 14 PI. You could make it a little lighter, but I didn't want to sacrifice the power that you get for that. So there's that. Let's take a look at our engine parts, starting with any turbo pieces. I don't know. I don't remember what I did in here. We got nothing there, or even if I did do anything in here. There's not a lot you can do to this car and still keep it in D class. It starts, I believe it starts pretty high up there. So we do have sport ignition. There's one upgrade. And if I have sport ignition, that's probably it. I probably just had a couple PI I could play with. And it didn't really have anything else in there. Just take a quick look. Yep. That's it. So I'm not going to have any of that stuff. So really the only thing you have in here, or not really, actually the only thing you have in here is the sport ignition. So it's all I was able to gain. It looks like we got about 5 horsepower to that, and it took about 3 PI. So One thing you could do is take this off and go with a little bit wider tires if you're really having a problem controlling it. You can widen out your tires. That's going to help. I don't remember quite how much. You might be able to get one in the rear by doing this. I think I left it here because I probably tried and didn't notice that much of a difference. But that's all of our ports there. Let's go over and take a look at our tune here. So I didn't make a change on that wheel width, so let that save out there real quick. All right, 28, 27.5, pretty standard there. Ended up at 480 for our final drive ratio. Again, we don't have the individual adjustable gears. 3.5 and 3.0 with no toe and no adjustments to the caster angle. That's the default at 5.0. Anti-roll bars, 24 and 11. Again, pretty low on that. Not quite like the what was that, the Lotus Elan, where I went all the way down to 1. I felt like it was pretty good at 11. You could continue to play around with that. You might be able to drop it a little more to control some of that transitional oversteer. Again, we're going to be understeer tuned with the rear being softer than the front, 544 and 378. And we got the ride dropped all the way down, and it seems to run fine that way on that track. 10, 2, and 9.0 with 2.0 and 1.4 on our rebound and bump settings. Pulled all the aero out again. 53 and 125. You know, on that brake pressure, I might consider going a little higher for myself. That's really a feel thing for you guys. However, it depends on how much you like to pull the trigger down. I felt like I had to go a little further than I would normally like to go, so that might be something I could make an adjustment on. And then 15 and 8, really low differential to try and control that wheel spin on corner exit is really what that's all about. So that is all the settings there. Again, if you like the tune, you want to download it, you can go ahead and download it. If you don't want to have to do all the numbers yourself, it's out there. And thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.